Bitcoin rockets through 100K. Where is the glass ceiling? Hey guys, it's Keith Allen. We have made history, man. Unbelievable. Well, kind of believable. We knew it was going to happen. It wasn't a matter of if, but when, in my opinion. And here we are making history, quite honestly, a bit sooner than I expected. It seemed like things were angling towards alt season starting to come into focus. But yesterday I showed you where Bitcoin dominance was still not quite there. And well, now we can see Bitcoin dominance taking the front seat once again as we have seen this retrace here. I was really looking to see Bitcoin dominance fall below 50% to really validate an alt season. Either way, I mean, look at this big move yesterday. Late in the day. And by the way, just real quickly, going to get into this. I'm not even supposed to be here. I've got an appointment. I've got a busy day, and I wanted to crank this out before I got started with my day because I know I'm not going to be able to be with you guys for most of the rest of the day. And of course, our live chat is open as always on YouTube. If you want to join me, come on in. AR, good to see you here. AR holding his spot from the lows. I as well, man. I applaud that. I actually started building a position back at the FTX crash around 15.5. Unfortunately, I held very little from that time because I thought we were going to go lower down into the 12 or 13K range. But have just incrementally dollar cost average my position all the way up. And so I'm pretty happy with where I'm sitting at this point. I filled my Bitcoin bag several weeks ago, and you know we're seeing that pay off here now. So this is going to be quick, down and dirty because I got to go, but I did want to leave something. I did want to post something for you guys today. So let's climb in again to the charts. Oh, I see that I actually just showed two charts that I didn't actually have sharing. So let's get back to that, and I'll I'll show you what I was just talking about. As you can see, we have a new all-time high here sitting, depending on what exchange you're on, here on Bitstamp, it's at $103,620. The Bitcoin dominance chart I was referring to that we talked about yesterday, I was expecting to see Bitcoin dominance fall sub 50%. That hasn't happened, and of course, we're seeing a reversion on that right now. So this could this could put alt season on hold right now. If you're seeing any appreciation in your alts, it's kind of on that feeling of a high tide raises all boats, right? AR got a little crazy when that carry trade unwound, but added versus panicked back in. That was August 5th, right? Absolutely. That was where we formed that double bottom, and I did the same thing. We can go and look at that actually. This was that's not the chart I wanted to show you. On August 5th, we had that dip that took us back down. Here we go. This was the Japanese carry trade unwinding here, and we doubled. Where I really added was here, because if we look at this on the daily chart, on the line chart, we can see how this was really a pretty solid double bottom here. I had that marked here on the chart, but I've been trying to clean things up a little bit for you guys because I realize I've got so much noise on this chart. So yes, this double bottom is really would kick things off for me, and so that was the sign. And then, of course, we started to see the key moving averages unwind. We unwound the 21, we unwound the 50 and the 100. You know, everything unwound, right? Boom. 21 days green, 50 is the red, blue is 100, and purple is 200. So this is all looking good. And then, of course, we got the Trump pump, November 5th, election day. We finally broke that long-standing resistance here at 69K. That was the 2021 top, and a rapid rise. I have been looking for some consolidation before we broke through 100K, and a potential pullback. Not a potential pullback, a pullback. And we got small ones, not as deep as I had expected. And I still think that there could be a deep one coming at some point in time, whether it comes from here, whether it comes from 120K, whether it comes from 150K. I don't know. doesn't really matter to me. But you can bank on the fact that historically there have been plenty of times where there's 20 to 50% corrections or even more. And so just know that that could be coming, and it doesn't necessarily mean an end to the bull market. What you want to watch for is whether we really lose all the moving averages, what kind of recovery we have from that, et cetera. And so, keep that in mind. Where we sit in the halving cycle, this is looking good, right? Let me take this to the weekly so we can see it just a little bit better. I've talked about this recently, that if you zoom out, you can see that where we sit is very early in this halving cycle, and so seeing this breakout here is nice, no doubt about it. So we're in price discovery, right? Where is the glass ceiling from here? Because we're in uncharted territory, uncharted territory. I remember when you said you had a coworker, someone way back, when asked you, why do you only bull post when it's bearish? How's he doing right now? I don't know. Don't really care. I don't always bull post. In fact, I just post what I see, right? And I try and be unbiased and show you what can happen in both directions. In fact, pretty much every post I show you what can happen in both directions, and I just showed you we could have that correction. You could see a 56% correction like we did in the 21 bull market, where we had that mid-cycle top here. And so, the prior RS flip zones always remain a possibility for me. If things do pull back, I would look to this channel that we recently had, and was looking for some more consolidation, but it really didn't materialize. What set this move off, though, right? We did get a test of that level here around Thanksgiving, and then we got two retests of the 21-day moving average. One of them happened here. We wicked through. This was a bit of a, kind of a speed bump in the road, if you ask me. There was some, martial law for 6 hours in South Korea. The market got a little panicky over that. We know we have a lot of I can tell you that we have a lot of South Korean traders in our material indicators community. So I know that community is heavily impacted. And so we did see a dip. And then yesterday, or past couple days, Putin with some very positive comments on Bitcoin, and Trump picking a, how should I say, crypto-friendly SEC chair nominee to replace Gary Gensler, and Fed Chair Powell having some interesting comments about Bitcoin, saying it's more of a competitor to gold than it is to the U.S. dollar, which that may be debatable, but nonetheless, that's the stance. So now, where is the glass ceiling on this run? Have we already hit it? Is there room to run? Let's take a look at some things that I think you'll find interesting. Of course, we've had this cup and handle pattern, and which is playing out nicely. My measured move off of that, 77% from the rim of the cup down to the bottom of the cup. We take that same measured move from the rim of the cup to the breakout, and that gets us, not so coincidentally, right at this lifetime channel, which is roughly around 122.5K. Do I think that's the absolute top? I do not. I just think that's the measured move here. It could be the top, but we'll have to see. The fact that there's confluence here with this lifetime channel, and let me zoom out so you can see it, is very interesting to me. Okay, and this channel, obviously, by definition, I call it my lifetime channel because it is from the early days of Bitcoin when we hit this pattern, and it's really never not been in this range until we lost that, really the 2022 bear market, losing that 69K level. And so do we make it back into this channel? That remains to be seen, right? It would be the second glass ceiling, because let's say we make it here to 122.5 just on this measured move, and that could happen in the next couple of days, or it could take weeks or months to happen, no telling, or it may never happen, and Bitcoin could exist for a very long time, just grinding up against this lower end of this channel as a glass ceiling and still get to very big numbers, right? Here's $500,000 by the end of 2026 if it were to just hug that. That's a big if, but I'm just putting some hypotheticals out there. Likewise, if it could break into this channel, well, first of all, if it doesn't break into this channel, for me, this channel remains the glass ceiling. Once it does break into this channel, I would then look to the midline as a potential spot, which again, depending on where you are over time, determines where we land there. But I mean, if it were to happen anytime soon, which I don't think is realistic, but if it were, that puts us, I mean, over $500,000 very, very quickly. And if we were to top out, this would be the other glass ceiling, top of that channel, which gets us into astronomical Michael Saylor type numbers. He had a target of 13 million somewhere around 20 years down the road, right? So sure, it's possible. Absolutely, it's possible. Probable? I don't know. A lot of uncertainty in terms of how the Trump administration is going to handle things, of how the rest of the world is going to handle things, of how maybe with Putin's positioning on Bitcoin, maybe he is thinking that that's an alternative for BRICS to use to try and undermine the dollar. Maybe he's thinking that's just a way for Russians to avoid U.S. sanctions. Whatever the case, it's not a great dynamic for U.S. and Russian relations. We'll leave the politics aside from here and just move back into the price action. So those are two potential, glass ceilings. Like I said, this measured move takes us to 122.5K. This channel obviously remains a glass ceiling, but there's one more that we may have actually already hit, and that is a fib retracement from the prior all-time high at 69K down to the swing low, which is right about there. And look at that. At the 1.618 is where we sit right now. Actually, we've just peaked above it. So now, we have poked above it. If we RS flip this, that's again another big if. Where would that potentially take us from here? I would look to the next range is 155K at the 2.618. And that's another, 50% move or so from here. So just some things to think about as we move ahead. The X platform is just like polluted with, celebrations and I told you so's, and hey, whatever, do whatever makes you happy, but don't get caught up in the euphoria. Don't FOMO at this point. There will be a pullback at some point. Like I said, not sure where it comes from, but it's just a matter of not if, but when. So be prepared for that. And, depending on what your strategy is, if you're trading, all right, take some profits. If you're investing for longer term, find your profit targets along the way and make sure that you're at least protecting your portfolio as things move, because you never know. That black swan, when it comes unannounced. So be aware of that. If you've been in it for the long haul, congratulations. It has been an interesting and adventurous an educational ride, and that education continues, and it continues every day that I look at these charts, and I hope it does the same thing for you. With that, I gots to go, my friends. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I do hope that you will take advantage of some of the deals we got going over at Material Indicators. 33% off every single plan, every single time frame, including monthlies, including lifetime licenses. Only selling 10 of those at this price, so hit the links below and you can get in on that deal if you're interested. Again, thanks as always for the follows and support and the commentary. I enjoy it. Keep those comments coming. If you haven't done so yet, smash the like, smash the share, and especially hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of these analysis in the future. Have a great day, my friends. Congratulations. Stay in it to win it. And most importantly, stay focused. Here's to trading smarter, my friends. Be well.